Good evening, sir.
Uh, yes, guys, am I audible?
Yeah, sir. Yes.
Yeah, great. Good evening, everyone. This is Naveen from Prague Robotics. Uh, yeah, host, can we? Do you want us to wait for anyone, or can we go ahead?
Yes, sir. Sir, can you able to hear me?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. But
Yes,
it's
sir.
pretty low. Yeah,
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Okay. So we will start the session now, sir. Good evening,
sure.
all. Welcome you all for the 2 weeks International FTP on Data Science Tools. I welcome Mr. Naveen Kumar, sir. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation.
You're
Uh,
welcome, ma'am. My
yes,
pleasure.
sir. Yes, sir. Okay, Mambika, start the session now.
Yes, ma'am. A very good evening to one and all present here. We, the Department of AI and DS of Ishwari Engineering College, are hereby delighted to welcome you to the final day of our Internationally Faculty Development Program on Data Science Tools. Today's session is on NIME, and I'm revered to announce the keynote speaker of this session, Mr. Naveen Kumar. Naveen Kumar holds his master's in robotics. He has trained for 2 years in ABB Robot Studio for bachelor's and part-time master's students using IRB 1410 industrial manipulator. One of his notable areas of work was performed in drilling operation of titanium grade 5 aerospace alloy using industrial robot arm to investigate underlying new parameters specifically for robotic machining which will affect the overall performance characteristics. Currently, his research work is in artificial intelligence, especially in machine learning and deep learning. Mr. Naveen has also published research articles in international Scopus Index journals in the field of robotics. He is a part of the consortium created by CVRDE, DRDO, RD, affiliated to the Jubileal Ceremonial Conference on Combat Vehicles. His current designation is the robotics architect, and he has been in the field for 5 years. We are really honored to have you on this platform, sir. The session is yours.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. First of all, that was about me. I hope I'm loud and clear. And any problem, in my voice or something, you can always ping me. First of all, it's a pleasure to be here. Amongst great faculty and students. Moving ahead, see, this session we are going to talk about nine because see, data science is one of the pioneering technology right now. Take any sector, let it be manufacturing, aviation, aerospace, healthcare. Data is playing its part, a significant one. Okay, and we have many tools for that. Today we have RapidMiner, OpenRefine, R programming language, Python, NIME, TensorFlow, many tools for this for handling data. Okay, right from collecting data to deploying a model. Let's say a deep learning model. Okay, but today's our focus is on NIME. Okay, before moving ahead, this is Naveen, as she said, and I'm working in a company named Prague Robotics. Okay, as an architect. Okay, my responsibilities moves from we are into two different organizations like L&D, Learning and Development, R&D, Research and Development. Our specialization is to work on R&D, invest that experience, okay, whatever we gain in R&D into our L&D firm. Okay, that's short about us. Moving on, today's hero is Naim. Okay, first of all, the main things you are going to see today. Okay, because it's just 1 hour, so we have to make effective utilization of it. First, this session is split into three things. Okay, we are going to see what is Naim. Okay, why do we need to use a tool like Nime? Okay, and the third point is how do we actually use Nime? Okay, so first, what is Nime, guys? Okay, I hope most of you have. This is what I'm thinking. Have you installed Nime already, or you want me to show how to install that? Any thoughts? Host, were there any given instructions given to install Nime already? Okay.
No, sir. No, sir.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Thank you.
Ah.
Okay, guys, what is NIME? Okay. So first of all, guys, see today some of the major technologies that are being used outside, okay, that are mostly playing a significant role in the way engineering is being redefined. Okay, first one is artificial intelligence. Okay, classical AI. Okay, under that we have two main substreams, that is machine learning and deep learning. Okay, each one is its own paradigm. Machine learning is where you make systems to learn. Okay, deep learning is where you use an architecture called artificial neural network to emulate the human beings decision making process. Okay, similarly we have data science, under which we have big data, data engineering, which are completely different. Then we have Internet of Things. Finally, quality science or problem solving. Now, see, all these technologies, okay, all these technologies, whatever is driving the industry 4.0, data is very, very crucial. Okay, because everywhere, okay, let it be a robot or let it be a automated system, everywhere we have, you know, can you see my screen, guys? Okay, one second. Yeah, great. So everywhere you have a sensor let's take a robot. Okay, we have a set of sensors connected like lidar or depth camera or obstacle avoiding sensor or wheel encoders. Okay, every second these sensors spill out data, okay, at a different pace. So what are we going to do with that data? Okay, that's the point. Okay, let's say a robot is a big example. Let's take even Facebook. Every second millions of users throughout the globe, let's say billions, are using Facebook. Okay, and every second they're generating data. Now the catch is you can do many things with this data, but how do you use this data constructively? The first question is, can you use it in its raw form? Okay, as it is, I just collect data and can I immediately plug into my model? That's the next question. Okay. Now, why is this so important? So today, some of the major sectors which are ruling the world, okay, let's say healthcare industry. Okay, today you have radio diagnostics, you have cutting edge scanning systems. Okay, every second they're generating data. Manufacturing systems, business intelligence, aviations. Okay, today aviation became much better. Controlling of traffic, preventive maintenance in aircrafts. Similarly, climate changes. Today we are able to predict weather much better than last 10 years. Okay, similarly, customer analytics. Okay, let us take any e-commerce website, let it be Facebook, sorry, Amazon or Flipkart. Today we are able to serve customers much better. All that is possible because of this data. Okay, now the problem with data is, see, whatever I'm collecting from the world, okay, 75% of that data is junk. Okay, it's like garbage, or garbage is the worst word. Okay, uh, it's like a pile of organic and inorganic components, okay, which you might use, you might not use. So it is our ability to or our skill to extract useful things from that pile of rocks, that is here, to extract information from that huge pile of data. That is the art of data science. How do you extract useful information from raw data, and how do you predict or forecast the next set of events, or how do you find significance in your information? That's what data science is all about. Okay, now today we have many tools, guys. Okay, some of the famous tools what people are actually running behind, Python as a general purpose programming language. You have many libraries which are supporting data science, like NumPy, Pandas, SciPy, and many more, scikit-learn. Similarly, we have R programming language, which is also a critical data science tool. And similarly we have Open, Refine, Rapid, Miner, Alteryx. Okay, some of them are proprietary softwares. Along with them, we have NIME. Okay, so one of the beautiful thing about NIME is, guys, NIME, why is NIME unique? So number one, it is open source. So it's free to use. Okay, like other tools like Alteryx, okay, it's a proprietary software, so not many people might use that tool. Okay, but this is an open source tool, number one. So once it becomes open source, people can people can contribute to the same software. They can form a big community. Okay, so if you don't have answer to a question in NIME, you can always approach the community like a Python community. Okay, the next beautiful part is, guys, okay, this is a low code programming tool. A low code programming tool. This is the most important aspect of NIME. This is the selling point of NIME. Okay, for example, right now I have opened NIME. Okay, let me explain it about. I know before just explanation, before just installation, I want to explain some brief bits. Okay, why is this, sir? Okay, for example, let us take a node. Okay, every element is called a node in Python. Okay, sorry, in NIME. So this is a node. Okay, so you can import, you can write a CSV a file. Okay, or let's say, sir, I want to open a file. Okay, then we can always go to CSV writer, reader. Let's say reader. Yeah, Excel reader. If you at all you want to open a file, okay, if you want to read an Excel file, you can always use the node called Excel reader. Because let us say if you used a Python programming language, then we would have used a library called pandas. pd.read underscore CSV, you have to export your file name, Excel file. Okay, here we are removing that programming component. Why, sir? Why should this comes under visual programming, guys? Okay, most of you who have come across MATLAB, you would have come across Simulink also. Okay, which is another visual programming tool. Okay, the same thing what you have in MATLAB, it is provided in the form of blocks. Okay, now, sir, why is this important, sir? Why can't we go with programming? Okay, not everyone is good at programming. Number one. Okay, let's say a data scientist is anyone, guys. He's not just a CSC candidate. Okay, he could be from any department. He could be a manufacturing guy. He could be an aviation guy. He could be from healthcare. He could be from finance or business intelligence. He could be from anywhere. Okay, so such candidates sometimes programming, okay, writing an algorithm and formulating it might be a difficult task, a time burning task. Okay, so instead people started using these visual programming tools, okay, or block based programming tools. Now what happens is NIME actually creates a pipeline of data science. For example, I want to read my website, I want to read my file. Okay, once you read a file, what do you want to do? Let's say I want to clean my data. I want to find missing values. Okay, so I want to find missing values. Let me find missing values. All you need to do is connect this. That's it. Okay, sir, I found my missing values. What next? You know what? Let me find some, let me normalize my data. Okay, so here you have a normalizer. Okay, so you know what? I normalized my data. What next, sir? Let me plot my data. Great. Let me plot a histogram. I'm not plotting, guys. It's just I'm showing the benefit out of this. So this is my histogram. Okay. So let's say each and every block you're bringing it one by one and you're placing. So this way, or let's say, sir, I plotted my histogram. Let me do a machine learning algorithm, sir. Let me just do linear regression. Okay. So here you have linear regression. Okay, so like this, what you can do is you can build a pipeline step by step, guys. Okay, so this is how you can use NIME as a tool. Okay, so now let us take a short brace over here. Let us see how to install NIME. Okay, so I hope you understood why we need NIME. Okay, this is not automated machine learning. This is not auto ML, guys. Auto ML is completely different from this. Okay, this is low code programming tool or low code graph visual programming tool. What happens is each and every code, Okay, or let's say in programming you would have heard about functions or subroutines. Each and every block has a function or it has a job to do. Okay, for example, I want to save this file, sir. Okay, let me go for a writer. See, I want to save this as a CSV file. Okay, so like this, the CSV writer has the job of saving the file. Okay, so now you can see the benefit. Now the same thing, okay, the same program, if you go to Python, you need to do in 10 lines, guys. First, import the Excel sheet, then import the class of missing values from scikit-learn, then normalize the data, then save it. So it's like almost 8 to 10 lines. Instead, your yeah, guys, I hope you can see the screen, right? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Host? Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
So this is the benefit of graphical programming, guys, or visual programming. Okay, you have blocks of data which when connected it forms a pipeline. Okay, so that is KNIME, guys. Okay, this is what you mean by KNIME. Now, what is the capability of KNIME, sir? Right from data collection, data cleaning, data blending, data aggregation, machine learning, deployment and monitoring, and the entire the entire data science pipeline can be covered inside KNIME. Okay, there are actually sources which refer putting images also, but that is still nascent. Okay, so that is how machine learning KNIME works, guys. Okay, so now let us so that is what is KNIME. Okay, and that is the difference between KNIME and other tools, guys. Okay, now let us go into installation part. Okay, this is the installation screen. Sorry, this is the software website. I hope. Okay, wait, sorry. Okay, let me just share my entire yeah. Yeah, so this is the website, guys. Okay, of KNIME, and I'm just sharing you this link. Okay, knime.com. Or you know what? I'll just share you the download link. Okay, so this is the KNIME website. Okay, so here you can go to download. Okay, just click on download. Okay, it'll reroute to you to a downloading page. Okay, let's say you can fill all these details, email, organization, nothing important. The thing is, whoever has registered KNIME is actually counting them for their community. Okay, and if you don't want to give details, very well, we can always move on. You can always click on download. Okay, so here you can select what you want, KNIME Analytics platform for Windows, installation file, or KNIME Analytics platform for Windows, like that. Okay, so this is the download file which we are going to use, guys. Okay, I'm just sharing the link to you. Yeah. I'm sharing the link, installation link. By the way, guys, earlier I think I just installed. I was just showing this presentation screen. This is KNIME. I hope you can see the screen right now, right? KNIME screen. This is the software, KNIME Analytics platform, and this is what I meant by download nodes. Okay, block-based programming. For each activity, you have a different block. Let me just show you once again. Okay, let me first, let's say I want to read a file, Excel file. I can just say read Excel reader. Okay, here I can read the Excel. After reading, what do you want to do, sir? Let's say I want to, I want to find missing values. Okay, let's say, sorry, missing. So missing value. Like this, what happens is, as said, each and every block has its own function. For example, this performs finding missing values and replacing them. How do we replace them, sir? That depends upon the strategy. Okay, you can replace missing values with mean, median, or mode, or even sometimes you can perform linear regression and predict the missing value, and you can do it. Okay, so this is the beauty of KNIME, guys. Each element is called a node. Okay, now what happens, you can connect this to the next block. What this means is whatever operation is once the file is read, okay, it is then sent to here. Here what happens is the same file, the output of this, okay, will be processed over here. So what is the function? It will try to find missing values and replace them. Okay, so this is what you mean by visual programming, a low code programming tool. Okay, so meanwhile, guys, ma'am, how can we do? Shall we wait for 5 minutes where you can install the software? How do you suggest? Team, do you want me to show installation, or you want to go ahead proceed with the installation?
Sir, you can go ahead, sir. Anyways, we will be sharing this PPT. They can follow with us.
Okay, great, ma'am. So guys, the installation is pretty easy. Okay, nothing complicated. All you need to do is while you're installing, you have to create a separate place in your system dedicated for this KNIME. Okay, whatever you are saving, all the files will be stored over there. Okay, now let us start, guys. Okay, let us immediately start. Well, let's not wait anymore. Okay, so let us start with KNIME. Now you understood what is KNIME, okay, and why you need KNIME. The main part about KNIME is it is a graphical tool. Okay, it is a graphical tool, and it is and the amount of coding is very minimal. Okay, hence there is no need to have much effort about, for example, guys, right now I can see missing values right in front of my eyes. Okay, I just dragged and dropped. But if it is Python, I have to keep thinking, what is this, what is the class that represents missing values? I have to import that class, then I have to create an instant object out of it, then I have to program it. That's a lengthy process. But here this is much more easier. Got it? So now we understood what is KNIME. Clear? Okay. So next, what I'm going to do is, let us just jump into this. Okay. First, I want to show you web scraping, guys. Okay. I want to make this session much fruitful to all the faculty over here. Okay. So I want to show you web scraping first. Sir, what is web scraping, sir? I'll just give you 2 minutes about it. Okay. Web scraping. See, generally, the first step in data science project is understanding your problem. Okay, once you understand understand your problem, only then you can collect data. Because the second step is data collection. Sir, what data should I collect, sir? Okay, that is the next question, because data is ocean, guys. You cannot say, I want to collect only this part, or I want this parameter, I want this variable. You cannot say that until you know your problem perfectly. For example, if my problem is to find why people are getting corona, okay, so I have to set my objective very clear. My objective is to figure out why people are getting corona in India. Okay, so based on this, I start collecting my data. What would be my data? My data would be names, column of names, age, gender, do they have any heart condition, do they have any sugar condition, or do they have any chest problems, what is their oxygen levels. Like this, I'll start collecting. Okay, now sometimes when you come to data collection, there are two ways, guys. Okay, the first type of data collection method is primary data collection method, where information is not present in the world. Okay, it means this type of problem you're dealing with is unique. For example, the condition of your heart, it is not there in Google. Or let us say, how are your students performing? That data is not present in Google. So that comes under primary data collection techniques. Okay. Now, sir, how do I collect data for primary problems, sir? Simple. You can create survey forms, or you can you can conduct experiments, you can conduct interviews, or you can conduct group discussions. Based on this, you start collecting information, and back end you'll have a database which will store all that information. That is primary data collection techniques where information is not present in the world. Now the second method is secondary data collection techniques. Here what happens is information is present in the world in one or the other format. For example, if I want to know about Narendra Modi ji, okay, there's no need to do experiment on him. I can read about newspapers, I can read Wikipedia pages, I can read a lot of things. So, or let us say I want to figure out today's climate. I need not go with sensors and find what is the climate. Google gives me that. So secondary data collection methods, in the sense, information is already present in the world in one or the other format. Collecting that is secondary data collection techniques. Okay, under that some sources are newspapers, Facebook posts, or research articles, or even public databases. Okay, for example, NASA or World Bank or Indian government ind.gov, they have their own data banks which are free for public use. So that comes under secondary data collection techniques, guys. That is what you mean by web. So one of the method under secondary data collection is web scraping. For example, okay, let us jump into the scraping part. Okay, let's say, yeah, this is my website, guys. This is the IMDb website. Okay, so I'm just sharing the link with you in your chat. Yeah, I've shared the link to you. Okay, so this is this website, guys. Now here the thing is, this website has around guys, I hope you can see this. Yeah. So I have around 250 movies, guys. I imagine you have a problem statement. Sir, I want to find the first 250 movies and I want to analyze those movies. Or sir, this is a simple problem, sir. Why don't we, let us say I'm working in Flipkart. Imagine I'm working in Flipkart. Okay, and I want to know the sales of a particular product in Amazon. Okay, let's say any product. Let's talk about garments, or let's say iPhone. Okay, let's say iWatch. Okay, now here you have different iWatches. Each and every watch has its own reviews also. Okay, so this is the page of iWatch. Okay, if you go down, you might be having reviews. Okay, if you might be having reviews. So the thing is, see, if I ask Amazon, definitely he's not going to give me his data. Okay, but I want to collect this information for analysis. Similarly, Zomato or any Swiggy, any website, let's say you want to do some customer analysis, you can perform web scraping. Okay, what web scraping says this is, I cannot directly copy this data. I cannot say Control A, copy and Control V. No, website is semi-structured data. For example, right click on the website, click on view page source. This is the code, guys. This is the backend code. Okay, this is the entire code of the website. Okay, now why I call this semi-structured is, there is an underlying structure here. You have headings, side headings, image. So you have partial structure. Now why is it called semi-structured? Because I cannot directly copy the entire code and use it right away. What is structured data, sir? Your Excel sheet. Excel sheet is a structured data because you can you can actually retrieve or add any component easily by index values. If you see an Excel sheet, you have columns and you have rows. You can extract any component by calling the column and the row number. Got it? That's why you call that structured data. This is semi-structured data. Newspapers, websites, all these are semi-structured data. Okay. Now the thing is, web scraping or web harvesting, I cannot directly use this code. Okay, I cannot just copy this and use this data. Okay, I have to perform a set of pre-processing techniques to extract the information. That is what you mean by web scraping, guys. A very powerful tool. Okay, now let us do that in KNIME, guys. Okay, So far, is there any doubt, guys? Faculty, students, any doubt so far? Anyone? If you have any doubts, you can always drop a message. Okay, so let me just, yeah. So this is our website, guys. Okay, now here the thing is, this is IMDb website, and here we have 250 movies. Okay, right from Short Redemption, IMDb rating, we have around 250 records. Now, unfortunately, fortunately, I want to have this on my laptop, but I cannot simply copy and paste it. All the information is being copied. So how do I work on this, sir? How do I do this? Okay, so that is where web scraping comes into play, guys. Okay, so we'll take a short detour. Here. Okay, now what happens is this website is built on top of HTML and CSS. Okay, each element, if in the code, if you see, each element is called a selector. Okay, for example, this is a different selector. All the movie names come under a different selector. Okay, how do I fetch out where is this particular element in the entire code? Let's say I'll click on inspect. Okay, so this is a wrapper. So here you have the movies. How do I actually get to this point, sir? How do I actually scrap this website? How do I actually get where is this movie name code written? To answer these questions, we'll be using a tool called Selector Gadget, guys. We'll be using a tool called Selector Gadget. Go to Google. Okay, it's loading. Yeah, okay, type Selector Gadget, Chrome extension. It's a Chrome extension. Okay, so you can always, this is the first option, Selector Gadget. Click on that. Okay, so these are extensions. Okay, I want to show it to you how it's done. I'll just remove this from my website. Remove it. Okay, I don't find that. Now let me click on add to Chrome. Add to Chrome. You get a dialog box saying you want to add this, add as extension. Okay. Now once it is added, I want to pin it to my web taskbar. So just click on extensions. This is the icon for extensions, guys. Click on that and just add that as extension. Okay, so yeah, selector gadget. So this is my extension. So I just want to have this. Okay, yeah, selector gadget. I will pin it. So I have pinned it. Okay, now what is the selector gadget, sir? Okay, see, if you go to my website, okay, selector gadget gives me, if I just turn this on, okay. So you can see I have a short toggle window over here. Okay, whenever I click on some element, what happens is my selector gadget, it will show me a path. It will show me a path which will take me to that particular code or to that particular selector, to that particular CS selector. For example, what I mean by that is, where is the code written for names, movie names? In this entire code, I cannot find that. So this CSS selector, the tool called selector gadget, it will directly navigate me. It will give a path to me, which will take me to that particular location where the code has been written. Okay, that you call as XPath. XPath means XML path language. Okay, we can retrieve this as an XML file. In that XML file, where did I write the code for movie names? It is difficult to find. So this way I can retrieve that path. Okay, so let me keep this aside. Okay, let me keep this aside. Okay, so I have installed selector gadget. Now let me go back to KNIME, guys. Let me go back to KNIME. Okay, so KNIME, if you want to create a new file, you can always go to file. Okay, let's say you want to create a workplace. I'll just show you from starting, guys. Let me go back to my home. Let me just close everything. I'll just close everything. Okay. So here you have my name. Before that, I'll create a file, guys, where I want to store all the information. Okay. Let us say I'll go to my E drive. Okay, I'll go to my E drive and I'll create a folder called new. Here I'll say NIME FDP. Okay. So this is my workspace. Clear? So all my files I wanted to store it over here. So just close it. Open NIME. Okay. It takes a while to open. Now it will ask where do you want to. So this is called a workspace, guys. What do you mean by workspace? Is the place where you store all these files, where you actually work. What happens is all the downloads, all the extensions, everything will be saved over here. Okay. Now you can always browse that. Okay. You can browse and you can select that particular workspace. Okay. So I'm looking for a workspace right now, whatever we have named it. Okay. NIME hub or NIME anything, you can actually do this. Okay. Before that, any doubts so far, guys, with respect to CSS selector gadget or anything? Any doubts, folks? Anyone, any doubts? Guys, any doubts, you can always ask me. Okay. So this is your CSS selector gadget. This is the tool we are going to use to extract the XPath. Okay. So let me go back to my code. Okay, I'm just trying to fetch. Okay, let me just. So here I'll go to my E drive. E drive, I created a file called NIME hub, or let's say NIME FDP. Click on that, select that folder, launch. Okay, so it will start launching in my system, guys. That initially it will take some time. Okay, once you keep doing this, by default it might take some 3 to 2 minutes time on average. Okay, sometimes it will be faster, sometimes it will be lower because it has to load all the extensions. Okay. Okay. So this is the window, guys, by default. Okay, when you open, this is the NIME window you're going to get. Okay, so what is this? So there are many things what to do, sir. Don't worry. Okay, first we have NIME Explorer. These are the files which by default come into your workspace. Okay, every workspace has a set of examples. Okay, every workspace you create, there are a set of examples which come by default. So all the files, you want to add a file, you want to delete, you want to collapse, everything and anything can be done over here. Okay, that is NIME Explorer. Workflow Coach is like, if at all there is a new node, okay, or if there is a new command, it will show you, it will give you some recommendations. Okay, similarly node repository. Now guys, this is very, very, very important. The node repository. Here you have left bottom. Here you have input IO, means input and output. If you want to read or write any Excel file or CSV file or a text file, anything you can do over here. So if you go to read, you have Excel reader, file reader, CSV reader, many things. Okay. Similarly, if you go to, I'll tell you some of the important things. If you go to manipulation, column manipulation, you have binning, convert and replace, column rename, constant value column, math column, category to number, number to category, string to number. Okay, so this is for transformation. Okay, similarly you have views. Views is for graphical tools. Okay, if you want to create any graph, okay, here you have box plot, conditional box plot, histogram, interactive table, line chart, pie chart, many things. Okay, now the most important thing is, guys, analytics. If you go to mining, you have Bayes programming, naive Bayes predictor, clustering, okay, DB-scan clustering, hierarchical clustering, k-means clustering, neural networks, okay, decision trees, ensemble learning, that is random forest learning, then logistic regression, PCA principal component analysis for dimensional reduction, SVM support vector machines, Okay, so we have so many things, guys. So the most important thing is working with these nodes. Okay, then you have outline. We'll show you what is that outline. Description, whatever you're trying to, whatever is there in your system, you can get the description over here. NIME Hub, if at all you want to interact with the community, you can always go to NIME Hub. Okay, so let me, if you want to open a new file, guys, let's say this is just a random file, I can just close it. Okay, if you want to just open it, you can have it like this, make it big, small. Okay, if you want to delete NIME Hub, it's okay. If you want to open a new scripting window, okay, just go to File. Everyone, please go to File, New. Okay, here I want to create a new NIME workflow. Okay, press Next. This is the name of the workflow, NIME project. Finish. Okay, it's being created. So this is my location, guys. This is the location where I can work. Okay, now first immediately I'll show you a very basic node, guys. Okay, let me go to IO. I want to read an Excel file. Click on Excel reader. Okay, you see description shows you what is this node, what does this node do. Entire description is given. What is the input, what is the output, everything is given over here. Let me open a Excel file. Okay, I'll just click on. Now if you want to configure this, there are two commands, guys: configuration, execution. If you want to configure this, right click and click on configure. Configure means what inputs should you specify, what inputs, what is the output you're expecting, do you want any transformation, all that feeding will be done in this configuration. Okay, so here I'll say you have to specify your file. Let me go to browse. Let me go to my desktop. Okay, I don't have any file. Let me just go to downloads. Okay, this PC, I'll go to downloads. Okay, I have a file called, yeah. Okay, student data set. I'll just click on open. Okay, once you click on that, at the bottom you can see, guys, I have 5 rows. Okay, sorry, 6 rows. The first one is serial number, attendance, theory, daily assessment, total score, and what certificate you got. Okay, if you're fine with this, you can always click on OK. Okay, so now you have configured it, guys. Now you have to execute it. Okay, right click, click on execute. The moment you see green over here, it means it's been executed. If you want to see the output, right click and click on file table. So this is how we can import data, guys. Okay, so I have serial number, attendance, theory, daily assessment, total, and certificate. So this is a very simple node. Okay, so this is how you can create nodes. Okay, now let me just change this. Okay, let me just go with web scraping. Okay, I'll teach you a small concept of web scraping and then we'll go ahead. Okay, the first basic step, guys. Okay, first step in web scraping. Let me just create a notepad. Okay, so the first step in web scraping. Okay, so it is connect to the website. Okay, so let us do that. Let me go here. This is my node repository. Okay, I'll go over here and I'll let me just this is my node repository. Here I'll go to scripting. Okay, scripting. Okay, there are two ways, guys. If you want, you can just go to scripting here. Okay, you can find where is that particular node, tools and services. Okay, in scripting you have an option called tools and services. Inside tools and services you have an option called REST web services. So expand that. So first the thing is I want to retrieve the website data. I want to connect to that particular website, or I want to know what is that website I'm connecting to. So click on web page retriever. Drag and drop. Drag and drop. Okay. So this is the first step, guys. I used web page retriever. Okay. So web page retriever, it will try to contact that website. Okay. Next, if you want to configure it, just right click on the node and go to configure. Okay, here what you need to specify is what is the URL. Okay, and delay, with how much delay do you want to ping. So what happens is this node will ping that website. It will keep pinging until it gets access. Let's say if it is not getting access in 2 seconds, it will time out, it will come out of the website. So here you have to give your URL, guys. So my URL is IMDb top chart. Okay, so this is the this is the URL. Okay, no need to make any changes. You want output as XML, yes. Okay, concurrency is 1, the timeout is 2 seconds. Okay, yeah, okay, got it. That's it. Now right click again. Now you have configured it. The next step is execute it. So you can see it's getting executed over here. Yes sir, executed. Now the next step is, now guys, any website, okay, any website, if you want to download any if you want to get information from that website, you have to ask permission. So for that, we have a node called get request. Get request now, I'm asking. Post request means you're putting information. Okay, so get request. Now what should I do, sir? This is the input, this is the output. What should I do, sir? Just connect. Okay, now once you get request, right click and click on execute. Now what I've done, I connected to my website and I requested my website, boss, can I get information from your website? Now guys, according to HTML web services, generally a status of 200, a status code of 200 tells that you can download that information. Okay, for example, right click on, now that you have executed, right click and click on get results. It will show you a window. If you move, okay, if you slowly move, you can see a status of 200. What it means is a status code of 200. It means you can download, you have permission to extract information from that website. If you go to some government data, if your website is very sensitive, they won't allow you to download information. Got it? So that is what we are going to do. So now we are good to extract the data. Good, close it. So we have requested them. Now what information do you want, sir? Sir, I want to extract movie names and the movie rating. Okay, what do you need for that? Where is the code? Oh my god, there is a lot of code over here. There is huge code, but where is the code written? Where in this XML, where is the code written for movie names? That is given by your XPath. So not to worry, let's go back to NIME. So we need XPath extriever. So go to, yeah, you can go to structured data. Here you have an option called XML files. Expand that. You have an option called XPath. XPath means XML path language. Okay, extract. Just drag and drop that. Okay, now connect this. Now let us configure this. You need to tell what information you want, because this is the entire website. From this entire website, what do you actually want? Okay, so let us configure this node. Okay, let me right click on the XPath and click on configure. Okay, so here, sir. Okay, so here you can click on add XPath. This is the XML data, guys. This is the XML data of your website. This is the entire XML data of your website. It goes and goes. In this, where are the movie names? That is the next question. So click on add XPath. Add XPath. Now here, first you can give the column name. I want to extract first movie names. Movie underscore names. Okay. Here you have to paste your XPath, guys. Okay. So go back to website. Now please pay attention, guys. Please pay attention. I'll show you how to extract the XPath. I want to select a movie name. So just click on any one movie name. So what happens right now is every path that is starting with A will be highlighted. Here you can see how many elements are selected. 601 elements are selected. But how many movies are there? Only 250 movies are there. But many other things got selected, unnecessary things. What to do, sir? Just deselect what you don't want. Just deselect any one. Okay. Similarly, just keep deselecting what you don't want. Finally, what happened is you are left out with only the movie names. Sir, why did the other things got deselected when I clicked something else? Simple. Whatever is starting with that particular information related to that selector will be deselected. Got it? So these are the 250 movie names. See the count here. 250. Yes. Now I'll show you again, guys. Not to worry. Let me just close this. Open selector gadget again. Sir, I'm searching for movie names. Good. Click on the movie names. 601 elements got selected. Just click on other unnecessary element. 506. Okay, what else got selected? Search. Keep searching, keep searching, keep searching. Go down. Yeah, okay, this is got selected. Just click on that. Deselected. Now, exactly 250 movie names got selected. Sir, should I copy this? No. Click on XPath. XML path. Okay. Now, this is what you need to copy. This is the path, guys. This is the path that will take you, that will direct you in this entire, XML code. Got it? So all I want you to do is copy. Okay. Go back to KNIME and paste it. Okay. Now what happens is here you have 250 names. Okay. Now 250 names, do you want it as a single cell? No, I want as a collection. Collection, I want it as a list. Okay, so click on collection cell. All the movie names, I want it under one list. Got it? So click on that and click OK. Sir, is that sufficient, sir? No, I want one more. I want to extract my movie rating also. Okay, so let us do that, guys. Okay, let me go and click on add XPath again. I just click on XPath again. What is my column name? Rating. This is my XPath. Go back here. Select the, clear everything. Select the rating. Click on XPath. Select the XPath. Okay. Go back to KNIME. Paste it over here. Again, I want it as a collection or as a list. Click on collection cell. Click on OK. That's it, guys. That's it. Okay. So what your system will do, it will go check where this particular XPath is there. It will check that path and from there it will retrieve the information. So click on OK. Now you have configured it. Now execute it. Right click and click on execute. Okay. Now let us open the node. Sorry, let me just right click and click on output table. So this is the output table, guys. So it has around one default row. Okay, if you go towards the left, towards the right, the last two rows. Okay, it has 6 columns, guys. The last 2 columns has information about movie and movie names and movie rating. Okay, now let us divide this into individual element. Okay, let me ungroup it. Okay, so what I'm going to do, go to search, type ungroup. You got a node called ungroup, so go here, add it. Okay, configure it. Now what do you want to ungroup? Sir, I have 2 columns called, I have 2 lists called movie name and rating. I want to ungroup them into individual elements. So if you want, you can always select. Here you can select what you want and what you don't want. I want both, I don't want both, or I want both, or I don't want. you can use this toggle menu to change. I want for both. So click on OK. Right click, execute. Now let us see the output again. Right click, click on data table. Okay, so these are the movie names, guys. Shawshank Redemption, Rating, Godfather. Oh, great. The Dark Knight. So earlier it was a single list. Now we have split into different elements, different records. Okay, sir, this is fine, sir, but I want the output, sir. I don't want this unnecessary text, sir. This is the XML file. Okay, so I don't want this part, sir. This is the source file. Okay, if you don't want that, okay, all we can do is, just yeah, let me just hide, make this small. Okay, go to node repository again, click right now you want to just remove it, so just click column filter. Okay, column filter. I don't want the first 6 filters. Okay, so just connect this. Now configure it. So these are my data, so these are my columns, sir. What do you don't want? I don't want document, I don't want status, content type, body. I don't want. I'll just push them. I want only movie names and rating. Okay, now run this, sorry, execute it and run it. Check the output. Got it, guys? So this is how, this was the website. Okay, this was the website, and let me just, that was the website, and this was the XML data. Okay, from that, this was the output you got. Sorry, yeah, this is the information. So this is how you perform web scraping, guys. Sir, no, sir, I want to save this, sir. What to do, sir? Good. That is the last step in the journey. Okay, what we can do is go back to node repository. Okay, you can just minimize this, or you can go to reader. Here, sorry, I want to write a file, so I'll say writer. I want to save it as a CSV file, so drag and drop that. Connect it again. Okay, now configure this. Where do you want to store this file? Okay, I'll just browse. I want to save it in my desktop with the file name as imdb scrapped. Okay, so I'll save. So automatically it will come as imdb.csv. Next, how do you want to write this? If it is already existing, do you want to overwrite it, or do you want to append it, or don't do anything, just come back? I'm saying just fail. If at all the data is already existing, just don't care about it. Okay, just stop the operation. So click on OK, right click, execute. Okay, guys, now let me go back to my desktop. I'll go back to my desktop. Here I found the file imdb scrapper. Let me open that. Okay, there you go, guys. This is the information. This was the website. Okay, and this was the information we scrapped. So this is web scraping, guys, and this is how we built web scraping in KNIME. Okay, so this is a bit this is how we built, guys. So the same thing, okay, this is the beauty of KNIME, guys. The same thing, if you go to Python, it will come around 15 to 20 lines. Okay, and every time you write that, you have to understand, remember the code, or else you have to find in Google. All that is there, but here it is pretty clear right in front of you. Got it? So this is how you can perform web scraping in KNIME, guys. So this is how you can use KNIME. Everything is in the node. Each node has certain set of responsibilities to accomplish, and here you have node repository. Sir, I want to do support vector machine, sir. Just click on SVM. You'll get SVM learner and predictor. Okay, sir, I want to do linear regression, sir. Linear regression. You'll get linear or polynomial regression learner. Got it? So this way you can use KNIME for a large scale of activities, even neural networks. Even for neural networks, you can actually use it. Okay, so that's the beauty of NIME, guys. This is as said, this is a low code a programming, a visual programming tool for beginners, or even, let's go to manufacturing sector. There you won't find people who are actually working on or hardcore programmers. No, but still they need to do this thing. So for those people, this is the block-based programming is a better option, guys. So that is NIME for you folks. Okay, and this is what we can do with NIME. Okay, many things, machine learning, deep learning, processing images, scrapping images, okay, monitoring data pipelines, anything can be done in NIME. At the same time, you have a large support of the community too. Okay, so that is NIME, guys. That is NIME for you. What I felt was, this 1 hour was very short, but still I was planning to do even data cleaning. Okay, so one of the main aspects in data cleaning is missing values. Okay, if at all you have some missing values, you can do that. Or let's say you have some categorical data. If you want to change the categorical data, then you can use category to number. Okay, like this, you have many elements, guys. Okay, and it is pretty easy. Okay, initially it will be a little bit difficult, configuring many options are there, but as you proceed further, things will be better. Things will be beautiful with visual programming. Okay, so that is NIME for you guys. Okay, yeah, this is it's time 8 o'clock, and I'd like to conclude my lecture over here. Any doubts, guys? Any doubts, faculty? Anyone? I'm open for doubts. Yeah, anyone, if you have any doubts, you can always ask me. Okay, yeah, host, I think I'm done with my lecture.
Yes, sir. I hope there are no more doubts. Sir, there is a question.
Yeah, okay, the question is?
Sir, Mr. Sandeep has asked, when can we use mean and mode to fill missing data?
Okay, see, we need to understand, yeah, Dr. Ramesh, can someone unmute Miss Dr. Ramesh? Yeah. So mean and mode, we need to understand the before replacing, we need to understand what is the scale of information, or at what approximate are you going for an approximation, or do you want the exact value? Okay, for example, mode gives you the frequency. Okay, mode gives you the mode will result in a frequent number. Let's say in 1,000 records, 1,000 rows, our number called 6 has been repeated 600 times. Okay, so then by default it will take that as and it will replace the missing value. Okay, so why will it do that, sir? Because mode means frequency. Okay, the greatest frequency will be replaced. Okay, because the probability of having that value is high at that time. Okay, so the highest frequency frequent value will be replaced. Now mean is close to the output. Even that we cannot say. Let's say if your system has negative values, even that will take a hit. Okay, but the best thing, what we have seen so far is two ways. You can use linear regression. Okay, linear regression to predict the closest value. That is the first one, and a successful one. Okay, or you can even use k nearest neighborhood to find the closest value to that. These are two ways. Yeah,
Good
Bashir
evening.
Ahmed.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Sir, very nice presentation on
Thank you,
NIME.
sir.
What I understood from your presentation, to some extent, NIME replaces Python. Without writing much code, we can do wonders.
Exactly, sir.
And also in the beginning of his presentation, you talked about sensor. The output of the sensor is raw data, right?
Exactly, sir. Yeah.
Let me take one application.
Yeah.
Let us place the electrodes on the person.
Yeah.
Let us take the ECG output of the
electroencephalography. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ECG electrocardiography. Can we give it to the NIME tool in a such a way that can we do analysis? Is it possible?
Exactly, sir. The thing is, see, if you go to, let me share my screen once again. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you can see the screen, sir. 1 second. Yeah. Yeah. So, sir, if you come here, you have a database option also. Okay. So how you're going to work is at the back end, you'll be having a database. Okay. And the front end, your sensor or your sensor information has to be first transferred to a microcontroller. Okay. Let it be a single board computer like Raspberry Pi or a single piece system like Intel Nuke. Okay. Let's take Raspberry Pi as example. So inside Raspberry Pi, you can create a database. Okay. So, and all the sensor information right from EEG sensor will be transferred to that particular database. That that let's say we are using SQL. Okay. From that SQL, you can connect it again to KNIME. For example, here you can see SQLite connector, PostgreSQL connector, MySQL connector. Like that, we can connect it, read information. Once you get information, you can perform all the analysis here. That is possible, sir. I hope I have answered your question, sir.
Oh, thank you. So what I understood, take the output of the sensor, give it to the Raspberry Pi. Okay. Then output of
Not
the
only
Raspberry
Raspberry Pi, sir. We need a control system. Even a
Control.
computer can host it. Okay.
Okay.
But the data has to be transferred to a system. Inside the system, you'll have a database. Okay. Which will keep collecting the information. In SQL, what you can do is you cannot do huge, calculations. Basic and all you can calculate. Okay, basic analysis you can do. But from that, let's say you want to predict what is the level of current wave. Is it alpha, beta, gamma? Let's say you want to classify that based on the input raw sensor data. That time you can use a machine learning model to do that. So here also we have that. Let's say brain waves, EEG sensor, we have alpha, beta, gamma. So it's a classification algorithm. So we can just go for decision trees over here, and you can give this as give your data as input to here, sir.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Any other questions? Faculty, I'm open to any questions. Any questions we can ask. And yeah, decision tree, sir. A small thing. Yeah, we have a node called decision tree. See, whenever it is coming to machine learning in KNIME, you have two nodes. First node is learner node. Okay. The second node is predictor node. In machine learning, you have two types. You have two elements to work on. First one is you have to make your machine to learn. First, you have to teach your machine so that the machine will come up with a model, output model. That output model can be used to predict. Performance level, sir, it is, decision trees, yeah, it is actually a successful algorithm. Okay, compare it to support vector machines and random forest. Actually, random forest is much better than decision trees, sir, because decision trees will fail because of high entropy levels. Decision trees are prone to fail, sir. Okay, to rectify that, we went for random forest classification methods. Okay. So random forest classification, support vector machines are two good algorithms to go ahead with. Yes, sir. Any other questions? Yeah, host, I think any other questions, I'm always welcome. If not, host, yeah, you can take over from here.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Participants, please make sure to fill the feedback form that is put on the chat box, and the link would also be sent into your group. So I'd like to conclude this session with a word of thanks. We're really delighted to have you, sir, with us today, and thank you very much for this informative session.
It's my pleasure.
We'd also like to convey our thankfulness for accepting our invitation and providing support and knowledge on KNIME. It was a really interesting session with a lot of practical knowledge, sir. We thank you very much for taking your time out of your busy schedule and joining us.
Yeah.
I'd also like to thank our participants for taking advantage of this session. I really hope you learned a lot. And please do join us for the valedictory function, which will be held after this session. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Have a very wonderful evening, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sabeta, if you are here, you can take over.
Hi, Monica. A very good evening, everyone. I'm happy to welcome each one of you to the valedictory function of 2 weeks International Faculty Development Program on Data Science, organized by the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science of Ishwari Engineering College. This is an immensely exciting evening for our team. The active participation of researchers from all over the world affirms the relevance and meaningfulness of our program. This program brought together academia, researchers, business entrepreneurs, practitioners, and policymakers who are here to share their knowledge in tools of data science through leveraging advanced information engineering and technology for competitive advantage in modern industrial sector as well as public business sectors. We are happy to have Mr. Kola Navin Kumar, a robotics and AI architect, as our chief guest today. We would like to begin the session with musical note on Tamil Thailand. நீராடும் கடலொடு கனிடமர்ந்த தெளிலொழுகும் சீராடும் வதனமென திகழ் பரட கண்டமிது இக்கணமும் அதிசிறந்த திராவிதட திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பெருமுதலும் தைத்தனரும் திட்டமுதே அத்திரகனை போல உலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழழகே தமிழழகே உன் சீரிழமை திரும்பி எந்த செயல் மடந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே. Thank you, Bharati. Now, I would like to invite our coordinator, Ms. Revathi ma'am, to address this gathering.
Good evening to all. I'm Revathi KP from the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science. It's my immense pleasure to take this opportunity to welcome each one of you to the valedictory function of 2 weeks International FTP on Data Science Tools. This is an immensely exciting evening for our institution. The actively growing participation of students, faculty, friends, research scholars from different colleges affirms the relevance and meaningfulness of this celebration. This FTP focused on providing the eye-opening session from basic to latest data science tools. The FTP program received an overwhelming response by the 547 participants from in and around engineering colleges of the industry. The endeavor was successful in creating a learning environment for the participants and also in providing a hands-on experience in data science tools. The FTP has also provided a forum for interacting and sharing the ideas with the industry eminence. I hope every one of you enjoyed these 2 weeks FTP in our virtual forum. Now I request Ms. Sabeta to deliver the summary of the FTP. Thank you.
Sure, ma'am. I'm happy to present to you all the summary of our 2 weeks faculty development program. This is the summary of our session, and on day 1, we had our keynote speaker, Mr. Nishant Anand, Practice Head, Life Sciences, ACL Digital, Chennai, who enlightened us with a clear idea on SAS. And on day 2, the session was handled by Ms. Vijulika Baiga, Data Scientist Novartis, Hyderabad, gave us a clear idea on our programming. On day 3, we had our keynote speaker, Mr. Fijin R.J. Roish, Data Engineering Associate Manager, Accenture Chennai, who made us clear with the topic Apache Spark and Rankeras. On day 4, we learned about Veka, taught by Mr. Bhupati, Technical Associate, Monza Research Lab Cochin. And on day 5, we had our keynote speaker, Dr. M. Subbaya, Data Science Practice, Rappo Digital Commerce Chennai, who gave us a brief idea on the topics Scikit-learn, Matplotlib, and Plotpy. On day 6, the session was handled by speaker Mr. Rahul Garg, data scientist at Infosys Technologies, and he gave us a clear view on Matplotlib. On day 7 and 8, we had our speaker Mr. Narayanan Nagarajan, senior data scientist at Infosys Technology, who enlightened us with the idea of Jupyter and on Power BI. And on day 9, we had our session on TensorFlow, handled by the keynote speaker, Mr. Ruzo Tamilarasan, Senior Project Lead at CL Chennai. On day 10, we had our speaker, Mr. Murugan Chidambaram, who enlightened with the topic with W. On day 11, we had our keynote speaker, Mr. Rajkumar Kalaimini, Technical head at Vizion Chennai, gave us an idea on the topic MongoDB. On day 14, we had Kola Naveen Kumar as our keynote speaker. The session is online and we are enlightened on the topic. Now, I'm happy to invite our chief guest, Mr. Kola Naveen Kumar sir, to give us some words.
Yeah. Okay, guys. First of all, I've seen the all the sessions, the schedule and all. It was an amazing opportunity, first of all, for all the faculty around Tamil Nadu or India or the world to connect in this conglomerate. Okay, because data science, trust me, moving forward, data science is imminent everywhere. Let take any field. Okay, let it be even agriculture, astronomy, anywhere. Data science is a critical element, because as we move forward, the the amount of data being generated day to day is going to increase, and definitely we don't it's not like some engineer. We need an artist. Okay, an artist, okay, who can actually extract useful information from that from that data. Okay, that's the beauty about a data scientist. And I believe all of us who are assembled over here, we are amazing scientists, and moving ahead, we will create a great pool of data scientists, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
With such wonderful participants awaiting for their participation credits, this time is apt to redeem them from their curiosity. It would be a great privilege for us to distribute the certificate in the presence of Mr. Kola Naveen Kumar sir. Without much ado, I call upon Mr. Srinivasan Yamman to get the certificate.
Hello,
Yes, Mr. Srinivasan. Yeah.
sir.
Yes, Mr. Srinivasan. Yeah.
Just the screen. What we have to do, sir?
So
The
this is your
host can.
certificate, sir. Yeah, I'll go. So this is your certificate, sir.
Okay. Yes,
Yeah,
Mr.
and
Srinivasan. Thanks for attending the FDP. It was an amazing honor for us to have you.
Thank you, sir. It is very useful for today for the 14 days. Thank you all of us for the Ishwari Engineering College. It's pleasure to invite me as a certificate participant. It's very useful for me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
thank you, sir. And the next certificate is to Dr. K.B. Ramesh, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Can I say a few words?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead. Yeah.
Good evening, all of you. It's my pleasure to speak few words on this occasion. First of all, let me introduce myself. As it is mentioned in the certificate, I am Dr. K.B. Ramesh, Associate Professor. I'm working in the Department of Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering, one of the prestigious colleges in Karnataka, Orvi College of Engineering.
Oh, great. Nice to meet you, sir.
I'm in electronics domain. Let me take few minutes. Whenever we do conduct a workshop like this, whether it is national or international or offline or online, um, big challenges to two communities, according to my experience. One community is the organizers. It's not easy to conduct a workshop like this. It involves a lot of commitments and responsibilities. The way this FTP organized under the leadership of Professor Dr. Kanaga Subbaraj sir and his team, Professor Kalai Selvi madam and Professor Revati, just now she spoke. I think full credit goes to them, the way they organized, fantastic. And the second community is the participants. It's not easy to sit continuously listening new things, understanding. But what I found in this workshop is that instead of sitting continuously, we had a sessions each day. That's why it went on 2 weeks, each day 1 hour. So that made us to concentrate fully on the what speaker says. It made us to give full concentration. I think you understand. Continuously sitting from morning to evening is not easy. So that way it helped a lot. And whatever speakers said, a resource person, all knowledgeable people said, we could able to understand. Because for me, I'm in electronic stream. Data science, for me, it's like I'm picking up now. And as we all know that, the teaching profession is a learning process. We have to all the time, we have to update ourselves, whether irrespective of the domain. If you look at the curriculum, the way it is framing, I think all interdisciplinary. It's not like only I'm an electronics man, I'm an instrumentation man. I cannot say I don't want to learn data science. It is a more of interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary kind of things. We have to all the time keep update ourselves by studying and listening and speaking to expertise whenever we get a platform like this. So we have to update and we have to experiment ourselves. And whatever we learned, we have to disseminate. That is very important. We have to disseminate the knowledge to students, whether it could undergraduate, postgraduate, or research students. So that is what we should do. So in this line, again, Department of Machine Learning and Data Sciences, Ishwari College of Engineering, under the leadership of Dr. Kanaga Subaraj sir and team, done a wonderful attempt to explore the possibilities, explore the data science. What exactly data science? Today we all are talking about data science and its advantages, its features, how best we can use it, this technology, as Naveen Kumar said today. How best we can extract data, how best we can understand, analyze the data from the data, and various tools. That was a fantastic. That's what they made. Personally, I enjoyed all the sessions right from the beginning. If I go back, inaugural session by, you know, uh, P- Professor Nishant Nalan, he started with the SATS, statistical analysis system, the various possibilities, how best we can use it till the end. Today we had a nice session on NIME by Mr. Naveen Kumar. He explored, what is NIME, how best we can replace to some extent Python, what are the possibilities with minimal code, what best can be done. That's what he demonstrated. I personally enjoyed all the sessions, and all the sessions were very interesting and very informative with lively demos. That's very important. What I can make out, before this program, I didn't have much knowledge about data. Just I heard about data science. People are talking about data science. But after at the end of this program, I could able to speak few words and I can talk about many things about data science. So that is what. So that is what we should do all the time. We have to. I say all my students that we have to possess two things: self-confidence and humility. Always we should keep learning, no end. So that is what today, I enjoyed every sessions. Every sessions were very, very informative, uh, very interesting. They started with the very basics and end with, classic demos. I think that was very interesting. So that is what I have realized. So the advantage of online is that, we can connect to resource people to anywhere, and we can sit anywhere and we can understand, we can focus, we get focus. So only thing is that the drawback of online, we missed snacks, tea and coffee. That's it. Otherwise, otherwise it was a very fantastic. And even we get more focus because we are see screen, with focus. I think we understand more. I think no disturbance. That is what I realized. And let me take this opportunity to, congratulate again Dr. Kanaga Subaraj sir and his team, Professor Revati madam, Professor Kalai Selvi madam. You've done a wonderful job, well organized. It's not easy, as I said. And I can see the leadership qualities here and organizing quality. I think that is very, very important. Every session was on time, very systematic. So superb. And also the response from the audience spotting also very interesting, fantastic. All the time, bigger number. So I think that is the advantage of online. Congratulations. And personally, thanks to my heartfelt thanks to organizers, all resource persons. Today, Naveen Kumar sir, you've done a wonderful job. So let me take
Thank you,
your
sir. My
number
pleasure.
later on. Okay. So,
Sure.
and on behalf of RV College of Engineering, personally, I heartfelt thanks to each one of you, all organizers and all resource persons. Thanks a lot, and I wish you all the best for your future endeavors. Let me see more, I should say, online presentations like this in future also. I would like to attend. Thank you all. Thanks a lot.
Great, sir. Nice, nice. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for your heartfelt and encouraging feedback, sir. Thank you all. For other participants, the certificates will be issued within 5 working days. We would like to know how well our efforts resonated to you. I request anyone among the participants to give us feedback on our faculty development program. If someone is interested, please raise your hand.
Ma'am, can you share that?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Ishwari Engineering College, for arranging for the first session to field session. I am a AIDS of Intellectual Institute of Technology, but for the past 22 weeks, it is very interesting for me to attend the FTP. Like that, it's very useful for me to understand about what is our program, what is MongoDB. Today session is very useful for me. It is very pleasure to invite. Thank you for this opportunity for the organizer who are arranging the FTP. It is very useful, very interesting. So it is very useful for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your great feedback, sir. Mr. Sandeep Samniti, you can give your feedback. So we can't hear you, sir.
Good evening, madam. Shall I speak?
Sure, sir, you can.
Yeah, I am A. Bashir Ahmed from Jamal College. First of all, I congratulate all the organizers for the effective FDP. So far, I have done a lot of FDP. This is one of the most eye-opening FDP. Thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir.
Good evening, madam.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Madam, this is Bharani Dharan, research scholar Vistas and faculty member of BCA, the new college Chennai. Actually, upskilling and reskilling is a need of the hour. Heartfelt thanks to the organizers and management of Ishwari Engineering College SRM Group Chennai for giving this great opportunity to understand about data science, right from automating it, how to analyze the data, how to visualize, and how to improve the business intelligence. So my sincere and heartfelt thanks to you, madam, for all of you. Happy day, madam. Happy Diwali to all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Happy Diwali.
Thank you.
Thank you all for your great encouraging feedbacks. The reward of a thing well done is having done it. However, we would be falling short of our duty if we do not recognize thing well done and encourage it. I would like to invite Dr. Nirmala ma'am to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good evening all. I'm Dr. Nirmala from Artificial Intelligence Data Science Department. Thank you is such a prayer that cannot be seen or touched. It must be felt by heart. I feel honored and privileged to get the opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on this special occasion. At this occasion, I would like to thank our management, Chairman Dr. R. Shivakumar Sir, Co-Chairman Mr. Niranjan Sir, Director Dr. V. Subbiya Bharati Sir, Chief Director Dr. N. Sethuraman Sir, Principal Dr. R.S. Kumar Sir. Thank you, sirs. And I would like to express our deep gratitude to Vice Principal Admin Dr. Nagarajan Sir, Vice Principal Academics Dr. Ilango Sir, for their constant support for this 2 weeks international FTP on data science tools. I also thank all the head of the departments. I also thank our beloved head of the department, Dr. S. Kanagaru Subaraja Sir, for his guidance that radiated a source of energy within us. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to all honorable delegates and the invited speakers who blessed us with the presence, Words are not enough to thank their constant guidance and support to shape the 2 weeks International FTP on Data Science course. At the outset, on behalf of the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science, I express my gratitude to the Honorable Session Speaker, Mr. Naveen Kumar, for your kind presence and very inspiring session, sir. An event of this dimension cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling a month in advance. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated student community and volunteers. I cannot thank everyone enough for the involvement they have shown and the willingness they have expressed to take a completion of tasks beyond their comfort zones. Finally, I thank the wonderful participants who have turned up in such a great numbers from various colleges, not only from Tamil Nadu, rather than from all over India. Thank you so much for your cooperation and participation. Thank you all and happy Diwali.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great evening and happy Diwali.